Hey everyone, Cell here. Welcome back to episode. Hang on, gotta check. I think we're on episode 14? No, 15 of the Melvor series. On the login screen here, let's go ahead and check this out. Take a peek at my other accounts, I guess. And we're up to 99 thieving. This is further than I expected to be by this point. I did not expect to go all the way to 99 since the last video, but kind of just worked out that way, I guess. So can go straight ahead and buy the cape, which is a massive benefit. Minus half a second thieving interval, 100% GP, and 150 stealth. This is, in my opinion, one of the better cape perks, and that means we can get rid of the Thiever's Cape. Pretty much a strict upgrade in most senses, or all of them even. What about that later? Yeah, I've mostly done Master Farmers. Haven't been the most diligent about spending my Mastery Pool XP here. What is the last thing here? 100 stealth, yeah, I definitely can't dip below. I have a decent amount of tokens as well. And I kind of bounced around a little bit, but I mostly did Acolyte for a while, and then I did Bob, the farmer, for strawberry seeds primarily, but apple seeds are really nice as well, helping me get my farming stuff up. Another food source even. Haven't gone over this, but I've been spending my mastery pool stuff here fairly diligently, and I can dip a little bit below because then you harvest everything and you're back up to above 95% again. So apples are another good source of food, and if I check those out, I haven't put them in a tab yet, you get so many apples from one tree growth. This is watermelons from before I even started apples, and they've already caught up. They heal less, but not that much less. So apples probably going to be a decently good source of food. Yep, so I've been doing strawberry seeds because if I search here, wherever those might have gone, I have 4,400 of them now. You can make potions with them. Gentle Hands gives you increased stealth, which is increased success rate, I guess, and a couple other things, namely the chance to get an NPC unique item. So that last line there, NPC unique item chance, 0.019%. They're all very low. So getting your stealth up means higher success rate against the higher level things, and you can have a higher chance of getting the unique item from them as well. I think that affects your doubling chance too. If I'm honest, I don't really pay that much attention to the doubling chance. Yeah, that's about it. I do have the pet for thieving as well, so another 50% GP there. So 50 there, plus 100 from the ring, plus 100 from the cape is pretty hefty. I am up to 151 mil. I am not just gonna like camp thieving until 500 mil repeatedly and buy new skills, because one, I don't think that's in the spirit of the challenge, and two, or the account limitation, I guess, and two, it's just kind of cheesy, I guess. It's been a while since I've done combat, so I'll probably be edging a little more towards that between this episode and next, and the reason I'm doing thieving is a part of that. So it's not just, get supplies and whatnot and max the skill, but the reason I did Acolyte is because you get a lot of runes and a lot of robes. The robes aren't really important. I just sold all of them, really, but the runes are really important. You also get rune essence. I had enough rune essence that I was able to train rune crafting a decent amount. I got up to 40 to make nature runes, made a ton of nature runes. With the nature runes, you can cast just learning to convert an item into rune essence. So I made a bunch of, I don't think I have them now, but I made a bunch of arrow shafts because you can make 120 at a time with magic logs. So I went ahead and did that. and converted a bunch of air and nature runes into rune essence. Got a bunch of magic XP. I'm level 49 now. I haven't used it in combat yet. Did more rune crafting training. So in essence, all puns intended, thieving has unlocked rune crafting for us, which makes magic a lot more feasible. But it goes further beyond. It's also unlocked fire making for us, which admittedly isn't that useful, and I'm not going to go for like mastery levels or anything. Yeah, I'm not going to level up logs for mastery stuff. If you check mastery unlocks, you get 0.25% global mastery XP for 99 in each log, and there are, a handful of logs, so that adds up. Oh, I guess it's red because I have literally no mastery XP. I've never seen that before. I guess I only ever check the screen when I'm at, the thresholds. But 95 is plus 5% global mastery XP as well. Still, I'm not going to do that because it's just not worth it for that purpose, I don't think. But you still do need fire making levels for the cooking fire upgrades. And I can get normal logs for that now. So I can train fire making at the next tiers as well. So I may end up doing that at some point whenever I want to cook more food or get some unlocks for the sake of it, I guess. But really the big thing was being able to effectively unlock rune crafting, or I guess, yeah, effectively unlock, and realistically make magic way more feasible as a combat style through thieving. So I can still do some alt magic for training if I need to, otherwise I'll just do some kind of combat. I haven't really decided what yet, but then I can take myself onto the Earth God dungeon and go from there. It would still be nice to get the Glacia armor. I don't know if I can feasibly run the dungeon with mage. I feel like you can't. Maybe you can. I guess I should take a look and see if that's feasible at all. Otherwise, I might have to get creative with what I do with that, because otherwise, like, if nothing has changed in that regard, I'm still in the same situation of having to potentially run the Air God dungeon off for range armor, but there might be something else in thieving as well to allow me to get ammo more feasibly that I'm forgetting. I feel like I was excited about that last time, and I went and looked through the drop tables and whatnot, but I don't remember at this point. Anyways, thieving, back to it. I believe it's the Explorer. Either drops them directly or has a chest that drops dragon daggers. Why do I want a dragon dagger? I'm like 90 plus combat stats at this point, right? I have better weapons than a dragon dagger. Well, I want that for summoning. I've had summoning for ages and I haven't been able to use it because nothing I had access to creature-wise outside of Slayer, since I don't have access to Slayer, drops daggers. And now I can pickpocket them. So I can get dragon daggers to make Golden Thief tablets and actually train my summoning. So that alone, I feel like is worth going out of the way for. Get some summoning stuff going on for the sake of running these dungeons. So that's kind of the direction I'm heading in right now, still doing the miscellaneous stuff. Farming is about to be, finished up as far as the masteries go, so I'm pretty happy with that. Herblore is going to get some training through these things and probably some others as well. Probably still going to be cranking on the rune crafting and magic as well, just kind of seeing how long it takes to get me to the required thieving level, and then from there just doing the training, I guess. Seeing how many daggers I can generate per hour. It shouldn't take that many tablets to level up. I just don't know what the next best option is going to be as far as training goes, because some of these things are going to be similar in the sense of I don't really have good access to their materials. So it may be a decent while before I can get anything substantial going. Either way, I am going to look into that and see how that goes. As far as thieving goes, followed a pretty basic loop, I feel like, of just pick up the early stuff. Like I had the Thiever's Cape from Marauders, I believe. Yep. And had sneakers from like general drops everywhere, bought thieving gloves, kept those topped off, and the Golden Mask from the Golden Chief. Pretty rare drop there. I actually got that on my first pickpocket, which is insane. It's pretty rare, especially at the level that I was doing it at, so I was pretty happy about that. And like I said, potions are an option as well, and I do have some made here, but I didn't end up using them because I was at 100% success rate. Decided to save them for other things. I may do some wizard pickpocketing, actually. The NPC unique drop gives minus 0.2 second interval to alt magic, so if I want to do more of that for potential training, then this is good to pick up. Notably, I didn't have the thieving gloves, or no, these are thieving gloves. There's another pair of thieving gloves you get from a slayer creature that gives you more stealth. I think it gives you 50 stealth, more GP, and minus 0.1 second interval. So those are competitive with the thieving gloves, except you don't have to keep paying money to use them. And they're passive slot compatible, so you could use both if you wanted to. And you may want to when you get to higher perception NPCs and need the higher stealth. Anyways, I think that's it as far as this update goes. Mostly just a lot of thieving, decent amount of money made. I'm possibly looking at some shop upgrades here as well. Don't know if I want to go for the next equipment set or not. Dungeon equipment swapping might be pretty good as well. Make doing like manual dungeons a little bit easier, probably. I have spent a decent amount of money on bank space too. You know, I bought like 20 something, I think, since last time. So a significant amount of my money I've made from thieving has gone to bank space just because it is a bank space intensive skill. Like I've got all this stuff floating there, and I'll probably end up selling most or all of these seeds, for example, but if I want to just quickly switch between things, then that can be a bit of a pain. And from the Apprentice Acolyte, that's what it's called, I got these wizard sigils. And with those, through crafting, you can make Ring of Spirit Power. I don't believe this has a magic level requirement, so 100% special attack, perform an attack dealing your normal damage plus an additional 1500 damage, or 150 in the normal game's terms, non-adventure. So, yeah, 3 spirit runes for that. That could be pretty good. I wonder if you can blast through some early training with that, or if the XP you get is lessened or eliminated for the extra damage. I guess I'll have to check that out. Anyways, my voice is rapidly getting tired, so I will end the video here. Thanks for watching, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Peace.